Welcome to this trigonometry lesson. Today, we are exploring a fascinating topic known as the ambiguous case. This occurs when we are dealing with side-side angle information, often leading to a confusing scenario where there might be two possible answers. Let's first define what SSA means. It stands for side-side angle. This is the situation where you are given the lengths of two sides and the measure of an angle that is not between those sides. Unlike other cases like side angle side, SSA does not always guarantee a single unique triangle. That uncertainty is why we call it ambiguous. To solve these problems, we use the law of sines. The formula states that the sine of angle A divided by side A equals the sine of angle B divided by side B. By rearranging this formula, we can solve for the unknown angle, usually angle B. Before we solve anything, we need to check the triangle's height. Think of the height, h, as the shortest distance from the top vertex straight down to the baseline. We calculate it by multiplying side B by the sine of angle A. This height is our critical benchmark. There are three possibilities. The first is the no solution case. If the side opposite your known angle, side A, is shorter than the height, it simply cannot reach the base. It dangles in the air, meaning no triangle can physically exist with these dimensions. The second possibility is finding exactly one solution. This happens in two ways. First, if side A is exactly equal to the height, you get a perfect right-angled triangle. Second, if side A is longer than side B, it extends far enough to create just one unique triangle shape. Now for the main event, the ambiguous case. This happens when side A is longer than the height, but shorter than side B because it is in this Goldilocks zone. The side can swing in two directions while still touching the baseline. Here is what that looks like visually. The swinging side can land on the outside, creating a large acute triangle, which we call triangle 1, or it can swing inward, creating a narrower obtuse triangle, which is triangle 2. Both are mathematically valid solutions. How do we find the angles for these two triangles? When you use your calculator with the law of sines, it will give you the acute angle, B1. To find the second angle, B2, you simply subtract the first angle from 180 degrees. This gives you the obtuse angle for the second triangle. To wrap up, here is your checklist. If side A is shorter than the height, 0 triangles. If side A is equal to the height or longer than side B, 1 triangle. But if side A is between the height and side B, you have 2 triangles. Always check these conditions before solving.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.